Okay, boys, what a chapter here. Brand new character. Blast's wife is a ninja, Empty Void's sister, and my man Blast got played for 15 years. This woman was straight up just spying on him, sleeping with him, having kids with him to get intel, and she did not apparently care about him at all. My poor boy Blast keeps taking L after L after L. A full flashback of the story of Blast and Empty Void. So we got the young Blast, young Empty Void, and it's cool. Like, I really like this. We get a little bit more detail about these characters, and let's jump in. Starting with the cover page, chapter 210, titled Recurring, and here we have this ninja crew. We got Empty Void, his sister, Luna, and this other guy, Stain, who was one of Void's disciples that turned into a god avatar. When Empty Void took the power of God, he saw Stain and his sister. We're going to go to a full black flash of how Blast met Void. This is the very first time that they meet. And so Blast is up on top of a building, and he's watching Empty Void fight a god avatar who apparently was a ninja. He says, "Thanks for all the years of guidance, Master Void." So just like Sonic or Flashy Flash would, if they would have taken the power of God, they would have turned into this. And you can tell that the guy is actually giving Empty Void a big challenge, an Empty Void who does not have the power of God at this point. But he might have Dimension Slash, I'm not sure. But in any case, this monster is winning, this ninja monster, and then a Dimension Cannon comes through and just straight up erases the monster's arm. So showing the power of Dimension Cannon here, when it's not blocked, it will just straight up erase whatever it touches. That's pretty cool to know. We didn't really know that before. And Empty Void takes the opportunity to finish off the monster once he's distracted. So really cool shots of Empty Void and Blast working together here. And Blast holding a cube saying, "I've been tracking this cube and this guy." So Blast was tracking the monster, I guess. So he asks Empty Void, "Who are you?" And Empty Void's thinking, "I've never seen that spell before, the Dimension Cannon. That's way too strong." So Blast says, "I'm a hero operating independently of the Hero Association." So back then, there is no Hero Association. And it turns out that Blast was essentially like maybe even the first hero, because the Hero Association isn't created, but he's already out doing hero work, collecting cubes, and finding out information about God. So we know that he's been in the game for at least 5 more years, because Sitch gave us this 20-year timeline period when Blast first encountered God. So at this point, he's already been facing God for 5 years when he encounters Empty Void. So now we get to see Empty Void's true personality start to unfold. This monster, Void didn't really care about him too much, but in order to find out Blast's true motives and kind of study him, he acts like this student of his, what meant a lot to him, and he starts pretty much crying almost to try to get Void to trust him, that maybe he has more empathy than he actually does. And it turns out that the monster that he killed is actually this character Stain that they showed at the end. So that's the relationship with this guy Stain, I guess. I guess he was just a pupil who became a god avatar, and Void and Blast killed him. And Void basically joins Blast here. He's like, "I'm going to help you find all these cubes and put an end to God." But he obviously has ulterior motives. So as Blast is sleeping, Void is out there on a rock, just like watching the moon, and out pops this very thick-hipped ninja girl who looks delightfully curvy. I mean, I swear, Murata just he can't help himself, bro. He knows exactly what he's doing. So yeah, turns out Selenian Luna is her name, and Void has a mission for her. And he wants her to investigate the financial resources and advanced technology of the Hero Association. And apparently Sitch and some secret genius scientist are involved, and Void wants to know who this scientist is. He was never able to figure it out. But here we get to see Blast's wedding, dude. Look at this. This is crazy. Dude, I went completely nuts reading this part right here. As a Blast fan, this was just awesome. Look at Void in this suit, man. He looks fresh, dude. Holy crap. Like, I don't know why, but Void in the suit there just looks clean and crispy, bro. And Blast's wife, Luna, she kind of looks like Makima, to be honest. And so herein lies the conundrum. He looks at Blast and he's like, there's no way for 15 years that Luna was, you know, totally just acting like she was in love with Blast and he didn't catch on. Is he really that dense? Like, did he have no idea? I can't get a read from his eyes. And so the conundrum is, was Blast playing 4D chess with Empty Void knowing that Luna was actually spying on him? Was he hiding this secret scientist on purpose? But it appears that Maya, her name, or Luna, whatever you want to call her, found out who the spy was, and she died right before she was about to reveal it, or not spy, scientist. A god avatar killed her. And so we get some imagery here of Blast and Void at her funeral. And Void is kind of contemplating, like, was Blast involved in her death? Like, is he playing me? Is this 5D chess, or am I just overthinking things? And we really don't know now, but what it appears like is Blast knew, and he's actually playing Empty Void more than Empty Void is playing Blast. And I think what that means is Blast may unleash his full power in the next chapter. But first, let's get to some of these panels here. Blast and Void go to some sort of Buddhist temple, and we see this kind of like one-eyed Buddha figure staring down at them. I'm not sure if this symbology means anything in particular, like does God have one eye, or what exactly is this, if anything? But in any case, it kind of just breaks and shatters, and out falls one of the dark cubes. And Blast, I guess Blast or Void, it looks like a Blast creates a barrier, but the cube like goes through it and hits Void on the hand. And when it hits him on the hand, this is the scene as he is about to take the power of God. He's going to get a flashback or imagery of the people that mean the most to him in the world. So we've seen this with every character that has taken God's power or come close to it. For Tatsumaki, it was Blast. For Garo, it was Bang. And for Empty Void, it was Luna, his sister, and his this other ninja, Stain, that he had to kill. And he thinks they're still alive. He's falling for this god genjutsu, essentially. Like, he's not strong enough to break it. He just straight up fell for it, which is interesting because like Flash and Sonic were able to resist it, or I think Sonic was. Maybe Void just wasn't prepared for it. He didn't know enough about God at that point, or what the partition of power entails. Like, you know, Sonic and Flash could have been prepared if Blast told them any type of information about that. Don't take any deals or something like that. But in any case, for whatever reason, Void fell for it, and Blast now knows exactly why. So Blast is able to see this whole vision that Empty Void got, and he's going to put the pieces of the puzzle together and I guess realize that he's been getting played for the last 15 years. And so there's two possibilities here. One, he realizes he got played and it kind of just shatters him. Or he knew the whole time that Luna was actually a spy and he's been preparing for this, and he's gonna like unleash his final attack, his real final attack, now that the secret is out. Overall, pretty awesome chapter. Like, I love some of this imagery here. I love the backstory content, and I think it's gonna be important for the next chapter. They're really trying to build something here instead of giving combat to establish more connection to the characters, and that's just good writing. As long as they don't do it too much, because you are interrupting a massively important fight in the series. But I am okay with this chapter and getting more intel on Blast and on Empty Void and on the battle with God. I mean, we actually literally got a new God avatar in this chapter, so I can't complain. I just really hope that the next chapter, Blast is like, all right, equip my arm back on and use my full power attack. I was just acting weak all along. We'll have to see. If you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next One Punch video.